Alexios, shut up.
Hello and welcome back. Episode 4 of King's Crossing. I am back with Tough Nuts and Adis, who play Gnimwirt and Adarag respectively. Is that how you say that?
Respectively, yeah.
Respectively, yeah. Tough plays Gnimwirt, Adis plays Adarag. There you go.
Not respectfully.
Not respectfully, no.
Respectfully.
Disrespectfully so. So where did we leave off with these two? So they woke up in Arwin's Rest following the events of the celebrations that followed their conquest on top of Mount Starlight. After these days of celebration, they came to and started trying to piece things together. One of the things they were able to piece together is that both Grunkle and Torvekek are missing. Gone. Vanished from the town, it seems. They started their investigation at Hobbs Lodge, where they were able to discover that Grunkle lost his sword playing games with a man named Radek. Radek mentioned that the sword would fetch a fair price next door. They traveled over to the antiquarian with their newest recruit to their party, Alexios, the bard. Heading over to the antiquarian in Gnimwirt's new battle suit, equipped with what was it? It's I forgot the name of it too. The plates, the
Insulated plates.
Insulated plates. Thank you. With insulated plates that he put onto his suit while he was completely blacked out drunk. Very impressive.
And it shows.
And it shows, yeah. So they headed over to the antiquarian, where they encountered some familiar faces like Bjorn, Valerice, Zabani, and while there, they discovered the sword was in fact sold to this antiquarian, this store of knowledge and lore. Through some quick bartering, they were able to find out that the sword was traded for a sleep aid tonic recipe. And when questioning about the city to the north, the point of interest to the north of here, they found out that it was called Skag's Keep of Lord Skag, who is the self-proclaimed ruler of the Freelands. They, I believe, were stepping out of the antiquarian after having a couple of, I don't know if alarming is the right word, questionable experiences or conversations with a man named Cyrus, who is Adarag's mentor to an apprenticeship. They stepped outside of the antiquarian to kind of gather their thoughts and figure out what they wanted to do next. The current leads that they have in their investigation is, of course, Lord Skag's Keep that they saw to the north. They have the a sleep aid tonic recipe that was the bartering price for the Grunkle sword, specifically a recipe that was done in like picture format rather than written. They had a smoke trail noticed to the south and the smell of smoke last night in the air. And then I believe a couple days ago when they were on top of the mountain, they also saw a group moving by torchlight to the south of town. I believe those are all your guys' current leads, and where we left off at, we rejoin our party outside the antiquarian in the town of Arwin's Rest on a brisk, surprisingly not rainy day.
Yeah. General question: is it still like very much swamp or
very much swamp? Adarag can confirm there's a lot of mud.
There is a lot of mud.
Okay, but the levels, because it was like rising and rising before, right?
It was rising at an alarming and very noticeable rate.
And now that has stopped. It seems
it has not risen.
Okay. Get the Drano.
Unplug it.
All right.
Well,
oh, is this where you two debate for another hour?
No.
Aye, you got it exactly.
Huh.
So,
Gnimwirt's just like pacing in his suit back and forth. Like he wants to go.
well, onto the black smoke.
All right. And he turns to the left and goes south.
The right?
Right?
Well, I was pacing, so I was
Right, yeah, you were. Yeah, I
going
get you.
back and forth.
Ah, yeah. Of course.
Okay. Okay, you guys gonna head south towards the south end of town. There's a broken palisade wall down there that was never really ever finished. I believe there was plans to finish that.
There were some plans.
Yeah, never happened.
We talked about it.
Yeah, I talked about it once.
Talked about many things.
Still, I'm still mad about that. Triggered. Spent an entire session with both parties discussing how they were going to defend Arwin's Rest. Came up with an entire plan. Never did it. Never even tried. Never started it.
Yeah, we did. We had like work parties and went and gathered resources and
You guys did the noisemakers.
And the lamps.
the lamps.
And the lamp. Yeah, so the other party didn't do that. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, that's neither here nor there right now. Okay, so you guys are heading south. As you guys head towards that broken palisade wall, off to your left, you do see what used to be a stable, completely run down, collapsed in on itself at this point. But behind the stable, tucked back in the trees there, you see a hut. And you see the hut looks like it's recently seen some damage. The black smoke trail is very clearly coming from this hut, and it looks like it's half burnt down.
This is in town. Where is it?
Right here on the map.
Okay.
Yep. So this double building here with the fence, this is the stables that were smashed and broken. This over here behind this tree is the building that we are discussing now, where you see half burned down, and you hear the shuffling of debris and rubble from inside as smoke continues to just kind of trail, drifting up into the sky.
Gnimwirt will pick up his pace as much as he can, like as close to a run as he can to run over to the hut.
Adarag?
Adarag's just walking next to him.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. What is your movement speed, Adarag?
Adarag's movement speed is 10.
Nimmer, yours is you could easily walk next to him. Nimmer, you would be down to a 5, so your run would be a 10.
Okay.
So he's just walking next to you. He's like at a full run.
Is this normally that would normally be like in combat, right?
How do you mean?
That's like
like when that factors in is your movement, like
yeah.
how many boxes you can go.
Yeah. So right now I believe yours would be a 9. It's down to a 5. We'll round up. Okay, so approaching the building, yeah, you see it's the half of it is crumbled in on itself, still smoking. It seems the fire's out, but it seems the building was ablaze not long ago.
I'll kind of push the door open, like holding the frame up, and like peek in to see if I can see anything or anyone.
Yeah, you very clearly see shuffling debris and pushing broken, burnt stacks out of the way is Tony, the watchman of Arwin's Rest, the last watchman of Arwin's Rest.
Yeah. Tony, can I help? What's wrong?
You can't really sneak up on anyone in that thing, can you?
No, not trying to.
Huh. Fair enough. You brought a whole party with you.
Well, we were gathering info to find Grunkle and Torvekek, but we wanted to make sure everything was okay down here first.
Yeah, this is actually how I realized that they went around. Someone seems to have set fire to the watchman's hut.
Oh, this is the watchman's hut.
It was. Yeah. A lot of good watchmen used to work here.
Their losses will be missed.
You know, Kyler and Jonathan rebuilt this building.
Aye.
Yeah.
Then we're just on his chest as
Thunk. Thankfully, Harlem and Kent were able to help me out with it last night. We put it out.
Good lads, then.
Did you see any trace of who might have done this?
Well, that's what I've been investigating, and actually, surprisingly, you guys know who Mateo is?
Boy,
A
do
little.
we.
So, you guys heard about Mateo's
His family drama?
change? Yeah.
Aye.
Personal drama.
So,
Personal drama.
apparently he was in the area and he saw who did it. A man named Nealthandir. I think I'm saying that right.
Yelthandir.
Nealthandir.
Did he give any description of this Yelthandir?
Well, he wore the usual cloak. You know the type.
A fur cloak?
No, one of them black cloaks.
Oh, a black cloak, you say?
Yeah.
Isn't there a band known for those?
Like a music band?
No, like a band of bandits.
Oh. I wouldn't have called them bandits before this. Seemed like they were willing to help.
Are you talking about the
Lost Sons?
Blackbeard fall? The Lost Sons, yeah. Blackbeard was the leader.
No.
What? No.
Hold on. Blackheart.
You called them
Blackheart.
Blackhearts first, and now they're Blackbeards. Blackbeard's the leader. Nope.
No.
That's a pirate. Oh man, tough. You're adorable. The Blackbeards. He's like never heard of them.
Zababadoo and
Yeah, Ziblabop. He take Gnimwirt. Tough Nuts is my best note taker. Never knows who anyone is. Okay. Sorry, threw me off. He's like, never heard of the Blackbeards.
No. The Lost Sons.
Lost Sons, yeah.
I could see how you'd mishear me. Though.
Yeah, this is very close. I could. Yeah, no, I think he was with that group.
Okay.
It was actually, I tried to find Grunkle and Torvekek. They usually try to help out. I figured they'd be able to help me put this fire out, but I haven't been able to find them. Thankfully, Harlem and Kent were around.
Are Harlem and Kent around today? Or are they back at their camp?
Most likely. Back working.
I see. And have you seen any other clues or anything out of the ordinary around here? You seem to be the most familiar with the location.
Besides Mateo, let me know that he'd seen some stuff. He was actually telling me I asked him about Grunkle and Torvekek, and he said he was laughing. He said they had some funny story or something with piss. I was more worried about the fire, I'll be honest, but yeah. No, sorry, that's about as far as I've gotten so far.
All right. Well, we'll take a look around. But another question for you. Where was Mateo? Did he go back somewhere?
Where's he been today?
Aye, where's he been today?
I saw him in the town square. When I ran into him.
Who's been taking care of him now?
Not sure, to be honest. A couple of orphans in the town lately. Teo,
Probably
Isabella, a few others.
Probably something else we should address at some point.
Probably. I guess being busy drinking for 3 days straight wasn't very fair to the children, huh?
No,
What when you
in
say it like
hindsight.
that?
I never did
Aye.
think I'd be a good parent, and still think that.
Never had kids myself. Of course. Never had a woman to have them with, I suppose.
Kind of a prerequisite.
True. They tend to not like when you're out all night, even if it is for work.
Aye, it's a tough life to live.
But it is. That it is. Sights of monsters and stuff in the woods always kind of tend to drive the watchman mad, so not great conversationalists when it comes to speaking to women's, you know?
But
Yeah, at least it makes you interesting.
Well, if I'm ever trying to pick up a male gnome in a robot suit, I'll know who to talk to.
Take notes from Gnimwirt from Adarag and Alexios, I guess.
Notes from me? Why notes from me?
Well, on how to pick up a male gnome in a mech suit. I guess whatever they did worked the other night.
Yeah, no, he has a point, actually.
all right, yep.
Anyways,
Oh,
Oh,
okay, I was joking. I'm not actually interested, guys.
me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
right.
Yeah, so orphans and our missing friends?
Yeah,
Aye.
that's right.
Right.
Hey, you know, I hate to say it, but there's not much of a watchtower left for you. Would you? Maybe we can solve two problems at once. You've been a protector of this town for a very long time, and I know that you care deeply about those of its inhabitants. Would you take on the charge of creating an orphanage?
I thought you were going to say, do you want to go find Grunkle and Torvekek? I really thought that's where that was going. Do I want to build an orphanage?
Well, you outlined the problem pretty well, that there's a certain need to protect the children in the town, and, well, you at least have some people to help with the protection of the town, but we don't really have somebody to stick around and be there for the children. And at this point, with your watchtower in the state it's in, I think you might need a new place, and, well, lost souls travel together.
Would answer some missed opportunities.
Aye.
Unfortunately, I'm the last watchman in this town. I can't give up that. Not for Kyler, not for Jonathan.
And that's the second point, I think, is you clearly need more people. Maybe,
You want the children to be watchmen.
well, not today, but you got to think long term. Give orphans a purpose, you know? Mateo clearly needs direction in his life.
As does Isabella.
Train them, raise them.
I was waiting for Duff to go, who's Isabella?
No, I know.
I mean,
Okay.
what now?
Yeah, it is a thingamajig.
Izzy, I
Yeah.
think she went by.
She did at one point, yep. Maybe someday. For now,
And
I must
and
keep
a woman
watch.
always. And also, if you are interested in women, I know that they really do like a man who's good around kids.
We're really trying to sell this guy.
They're becoming matchmakers or parent makers.
Well, in the meantime, you know,
I'll
they
think
can
on
just
that.
remain orphans.
Orphans.
Orphan, yes.
Yeah.
We're not good at talking either. Anyways, we should probably go find our friends.
We'll go take a look around.
I appreciate
oh,
your help, both. All of you, really. Thank you, Alexius. You're most welcome, sir. I am, well, honestly, I'd love to take credit for this, but I'm just here to watch them. They are perplexing at best. Yeah, I could believe that. Yeah. Looks to your suit.
Well, Adarag, what are we looking for here? Or are we just...
I would like to know a little bit more about how this fire started, what means it started by, and where it started from.
I'd like to walk into the building fully, despite the smolder and ashes and embers and all that. With my suit, I'm just going to walk in and start just digging through like some of the heavy stuff and the things that maybe Tony couldn't get to see if I can uncover anything, any clues.
Yeah. You start digging around. You're able to walk in and you're not taking any damage from the high heat and the embers and the smolders. Shout out to insulated plating. I am going to need a routine awareness check from Gnimwirt.
And while he's doing that, I'll be kind of going around the outside of the building and taking a look at things from the outside.
Okay. Gnimwirt, from the inside, as you move the debris, Adarag, if you will, give me a standard awareness check. Gnimwirt, you move some of the debris, lifting up stuff, moving stuff, and something catches your eye. It's a shard or a scrap of red cloth, which is not normal. Dyed cloth in this land is, you remember Addison had an orange dress, and that was like exquisite or exotic. You see this red cloth, and it's burned. And as you pick it up, you notice you've seen this before. Grunkle used to wear a red cloak from his time overseas. It is the same red. Nimrod, as you walk around the outside of the building,
Adarag.
that's what I said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Adarag, as you walk around the outside of the building, you see how do I want to put this? You walk around the outside of the building, and as you basically make an entire loop of the building, you don't see anything that jumps out to you, stands out. But as you get back to the door that is half on its hinges, half hanging off the side, you notice that it's backwards. You notice that the door looks like it was knocked off its hinges and then it tried to put back what was put back backwards. And as you kind of investigate this door, you notice a large, basically the way this door was knocked off its hinges was just through sheer brute force. Something big and heavy slammed into this door, knocking it down. The only things would be something as big as Grunkle or Gnimwirt's new suit, or someone or something that had that kind of size and mass to them.
Okay. I'm going to call out into the building. You finding anything in there?
Actually, yeah. Grunkle was certainly here.
I believe he was. Looks like something smashed this back door.
Front door, actually.
Front door. Looks like something of about Grunkle's mass smashed into this door. It's been put back, but opposite of how you would normally.
Now, why would Grunkle smash into the Watchman's Tower and then potentially burn it down? Unless he was trying to stop the person that was doing this, maybe?
Or maybe a trap?
See if you can find like tracks or something that would fit Grunkle's and see if they go anywhere away from here.
All right. I'll do another lap and looking for tracks.
Okay, give me a routine awareness. It's a sunny day. The rain hasn't washed away previous tracks.
Routine awareness.
Routine awareness with a success, barely. You do see tracks that seem to be leading to the antiquarian.
So, like,
yep,
this sort of path?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it looks like somebody might have made their way back over to the antiquarian.
So he did that after clearly having some sort of conflict here, because his robe was torn, or his cloak, and he smashed the door. Why would he go to the antiquarian after? Maybe he found out that his sword was there?
Potentially, but wouldn't we have seen him on the way over? We were just over there.
Well, they didn't. They all mentioned that they hadn't seen him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
Thank you, Alexios.
Of course. Happy to help.
Do you have any ideas?
Well, Grunkle does seem the type to do this sort of thing. I actually once saw him hauled away to this very watchman's hut, under arrest. And he never posed any threat, never seemed any ill will towards the building or the people within it.
How long ago was this?
Actually, the Spring Equinox Festival.
All right, that whole mix-up. That was a while ago.
Yeah, it's not recent. While Grunkle does have the capability to do something, I've never seen him have the inclination.
Tony, you don't.
What's inclination mean?
What? Who was that?
He's got it. Never mind. Ignore. You gotta watch our other episodes.
Okay.
The two of us.
These guys, man, inside jokes.
Yeah. Listen, all right, you could have played. Sorry.
I'm playing.
Yeah, it's from a different
22B for me.
Different game. Different game entirely. Bad inside joke. I'm sorry. Continue. I said a big word. It was funny.
Yeah.
Tony, do you have any idea why Grunkle may have been here?
Grunkle wasn't here. Neal the deer was here. So says Mateo. What Eli?
Well, there's clearly I'm gonna dig out more of his cloak to see like if there's more that I can salvage.
Digging around, you don't see any.
It's just the scrap. Well, this certainly belonged to Grunkle, and it seems there's signs of him breaking into this building. Was that Neanderther deer? Was he in the watchtower at any point?
I changed his name to that.
Good luck.
Yeah. I didn't see him personally. Mateo said he saw him running away from here with someone in the dark.
Well, I think maybe that Lost Son guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know his name better than I do.
All right.
I wonder if he was here and Grunkle broke in to try and stop him from burning down the building.
Maybe. You should talk to Mateo. Said they were running off together. Was he chasing him?
And Mateo was making his way back to the Lost Sun camp?
Making his way north. He's been spending his time either at the graveyard or at the Hobbs Lodge.
I see. Well, I think we should track down that boy. But again, Tony, he's a little wayward soul. I think he needs some guidance.
He's old enough to become a watchman.
And you need more watchmen.
We'll see. He's, I mean, I don't mean any kind of racism, but are you sure we want a blight watching over our town?
Or he was a blight, and deep down, he's just a boy.
He was a good boy before he became a blight. I'm sure part of that's still in there.
Aye.
We all have our demons.
His is just on the outside.
At times.
Fair enough. I'll have a talk with him.
All right. In the meantime, hey, you want to come out of there?
Yeah. Tony, anything else you need from me while I'm in here? Any big things moved or?
No, you did what I needed.
I nod and I'll walk out. I'm gonna stow the red sash, the red little thing that I found.
You can't get away with that here, thief. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to quote Skyrim, but I don't remember any other lines. Okay. Yeah.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Halt, criminal scum. Okay, so you guys finish up here at the Watchman's Hut. Where would you like to go?
I think we should stop by the graveyard on our way towards the Lost Sun's camp.
All right.
That way we can try to catch Mateo before and see if we can talk to him before we make it over to the Lost Suns to see if anybody's heard about where Njothrundir is.
Are the Lost Sons still there? I thought they were packing up and heading out.
Well, no, they stayed around for the protection of the town, and I can't imagine them bouncing when a big party's about to happen.
I can.
Yeah. True.
But we'll see. Gnimwirt takes off in a run at a nice measly 10 units per second.
Yeah. Nailed it. Okay, you guys are heading to, was it the cemetery?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so towards the cemetery on our way towards the camp.
While we're walking,
it's the camp, right?
I'd like to look to see if I see any Grunkle tracks. I'm assuming he leaves big tracks.
Yeah, Adarag could easily point out the tracks that he found heading to the Antiquarian. I'm going to need a... You guys haven't hung out with Grunkle too much. I will give you guys... Give me a standard awareness check from both of you, please. Okay. Wow. Okay. You guys see large, heavy footprints next to really quite hard to discern smaller footprints, both heading towards the antiquarian.
Mm-hmm.
You notice the larger footprints are armored.
Oh, that's not Grunkle. Did Torvekek eat a mushroom?
Whoop, whoop, whoop. You think he's high?
I
No,
think
like
that was a Mario reference.
It was a Mario reference.
Well, I got that, but we're in King's Crossing.
Which is funny because Torvekek has eaten a mushroom in King's Crossing and gotten high.
Not again.
Side effects.
Last time he
Uh,
slammed an axe into an altar and defaced it. We'll talk about that later.
and they both go to the antiquarian. They don't. You said one of them splits off?
Nope. They both go to the antiquarian. Do you guys want to follow him to the antiquarian? I mean, you're kind of walking by it.
Yeah, I'll stop by the antiquarian.
Okay.
I mean, Adarag can stop by it and catch back up with you with no issue.
No, Adarag pulls my mech hand and it does nothing, but
you allow him to pull your mech hand.
I'll follow.
Okay. Heading over to the antiquarian, you see that neither set of footprints ever go inside. They both seem to wait outside by the trees.
Do they stop at the trees? Do we not see any more?
They stop at the trees, and then you never see them go back into the muddy trails. Seems from here they probably moved across grasslands.
Could they be in the keep? I mean, I don't see where else they'd go from here. We could do a lap around the keep and see if the tracks reappear in any of the mud.
What do you guys know so far? Let's compile clues.
Sure. So we know that something about as large as Grunkle bashed in a door at the watchman's hut and potentially set off some sort of scuffle or explosion that would have caused the fire. Mm-hmm. We have a red
with Neothendir was seen.
Neothendir being seen in the area. We have the door being placed backwards, so it's somebody who probably doesn't know a whole lot about architecture. So maybe not the smartest person in the drawer.
Yeah, that's the saying.
We found a little piece of red cloth similar to that of Grunkle's. We know that we were previously at the antiquarian where the only people that we saw inside.
You also know this fire was not today. This was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So you were at the antiquarian. You learned what?
We learned that Gregory was the one that turned in the sword to get the information about the sleeping aid potion, and the sleeping
not
aid
a potion
tincture.
The
recipe for the sorry. And the recipe was in pictures. We know that originally the sword was lost by Grunkle in a game of rattlebones or skullduggery.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something we've forgotten.
Riddick.
Raddick, yes.
Raddick.
There is a clue that you guys have that you haven't investigated.
Hey, Adarag, can you remove the sword from my back?
Sure. I'm gonna hop up.
I hold on to it.
Alexios will help, and he's like, "Why are we doing this again?"
I don't know.
Nope.
I think he might be onto something. He's the smart one.
Maybe he's just tired.
He could be just wanting to rest. I think that might be it. And
at that, probably can't sit down with this giant sword. Oh, jeez.
I pull it up, and I'm just going to I don't know. You know, like the sword in stone that people would like pull out. Like I
Mhm.
kind of just like stab it into the ground out in the like muddy path.
Yeah. Adarag, roll a resolve check for me if you will.
Okay. Resolve. Got ride.
No.
Oh, no. Okay, there it is.
I was like, that's not gonna help you here.
I got rumor. And is that standard cross?
Standard across. Yeah.
Okay.
As he stabs the sword in, you just hear,
Who are you?
Oh, my
And-
name's Adarag.
Gnimwirt, you and Alexios are standing there. You, shh.
We don't hear
And
that.
Adarag goes, I am Adarag.
Like yes, I know. And I
Yeah.
Oh, shush. I'm listening. What is your name?
I'm Gnimwirt.
What the hell's
Alexios?
you? Not you either.
Adarag, I'm trying to do something here.
Has he lost it?
The sword just talked to me.
What?
Well, that's what I was about to try and do. I in my suit get down on all fours like as low as I can to the sword. Do you know what happened to Grunkle?
You want to
Alexios
roll a resolve check?
probably.
Yeah, Alexios is watching you too. Adarag, I need a resolve check.
Do I have extra resolve in my suit or no?
No. I don't.
Okay.
Oh, I don't need a resolve check from Gnimwirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Adarag.
Mhm.
I am going to need. I'm going to need a stress check.
Stress check.
Yep, it's on the
Okay.
right side under your stress. You'll see a little button there.
Stress check.
Does that go against your peril threshold?
Yes.
Mhm. And so I've got base modifier 0, difficulty rating easy, don't flip, standard, do not use, fortune.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just however it rolls. Yeah. Failure. You guys do have fortune points. Don't let me forget. So, do you want to reroll?
That's a failure. So that's okay. So 1d10 plus 1. So I got the max.
Yep, you would, unless you want to reroll.
Is this one of those like you have an arbitrary number in your head that would fail or succeed?
No. Right above that, his resolve check.
Oh, the peril threshold.
Threshold is. Oh,
I see.
okay.
I see.
Okay. I don't have anything to re-roll it. So
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
31 seconds ago, Adarag Nimble is trying to suppress their stress. You guys not see that?
We see that. We don't have a re-roll button though.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, there's
I
no
do.
re-roll button.
Wait, if I hit reroll. Oh. Did you want to reroll?
I guess I do.
Okay. You succeed.
Wait, now I don't see that. Oh,
Oh, what does resolve re-roll?
Yeah.
that re-rolled the resolve.
Yeah, it is resolve. I feel like you guys
Why'd
aren't
he
seeing what
roll
I'm
the
seeing.
stress?
Why did I roll the stress then?
I
It
thought you
is
meant
stress.
re-roll the stress.
Oh, you mean re-rolling resolve in order to avoid the stress?
No, the stress is the resolve check. What do you guys not see Adarag Nimblehole is trying to suppress their stress?
1d10 plus 1 got 11.
Above
But then
that.
you had him.
Above that.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, he failed 74.
Yeah, 74 out of 65. And there's no reroll under that?
There is a re-roll under that.
Yeah, that's what I clicked.
I thought
We
That's
thought
what
you
you
were
rolled.
talking about the stress roll.
That is the stress roll.
no,
No, the stress roll is the 1d10 plus 1.
No,
rolling peril.
that's the damage you get because you failed the stress check. The stress check was the one with the reroll right above it. You
That's the
rolled this.
resolve one.
Yes. Stress is
The
resolve
stress-
check.
Oh,
This is confusing.
You roll stress. If you fail, you take peril damage.
Oh, okay.
You failed, so
that
you
I
took
would.
damage.
Okay,
That's what I was
I
saying. Do you
thought.
want to reroll?
Yeah. So okay. So I
So like
thought that after I'd rolled the damage, I thought I wouldn't be able to re-roll that.
No, it auto rolled it. The stress check rolled. You failed, so it auto rolled the damage.
No, it didn't. I rolled that myself.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
you just clicked it real quick?
Yeah, I just clicked it.
I'm so confused. I'm going to your character. I'm rolling a stress check. Roll.
this is riveting content.
Okay.
Gilligan, come here.
I succeeded. I'm gonna reroll. Okay, I'll give you all this back. Don't worry. I'm also gonna delete these because I'm gonna get confused in editing where I try and. Okay. Anyways, you failed your stress check. Would you like to reroll?
I would like to reroll.
Okay, you succeed your stress check. We can discuss this under the table. Okay, so you succeed your stress check. So at first a ping hits you in your mind, and then it soothes out, and you can. It's like tinnitus, like ring, and then it soothes out, and you can hear again, and you just hear.
Where am I?
First of all, I guess I'll answer your question. You are.
I didn't ask
in
anything.
Arwin's. Alexios, shut up.
You ass! Gnimwirt, what is wrong with our friend?
Oh.
Gnimwirt, open your suit. We can't hear you. Take your mask off. Gnimwirt, come back. Gnimwirt, talk to me.
Gnimwirt, speak.
Why are
I
both
am
my
so
friends going
sorry.
crazy?
I stand the suit up and walk down the stairs. Sorry, I forgot about that feature.
Yeah, me too. That was crazy.
I walk down. Alexios, quiet. Hold on for a second, and I just hold my ear up to the sword while Adarag's talking.
Okay. The sword is cold.
Right. So you're here in Arwin's Rest. I presume you are the sword of Grunkle. Would you like to get back to Grunkle?
Would you like to roll a resolve check?
I would like to roll a resolve check.
Okay.
Gnimwirt
Actually,
is starting to get.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh,
I was just gonna
say. Go ahead.
Yeah. Gnimwirt is starting to get ticked off that the sword won't talk to him because this was his idea.
He beat you to it. Adarag, roll for me a fear check, please.
Okay. Oh, you mean the thing that's just marked fear with 2d10 plus 2?
Yes.
Standard across, don't flip, standard.
Standard. Okay. Now, see, you rolled, you failed, so it auto-rolled damage.
That time it did.
We caught up? Okay. So, you tried to suppress your fear, you got a 50 out of 45. Would you like to reroll?
Yes.
Okay. You got 67 out of 45. Would you like to reroll?
I'm looking at my buddy.
Your buddy's not resolving.
Okay. I'll reroll.
You got an 81 out of 45. You cannot reroll.
Yeah.
You take 10 peril damage. What is your peril threshold?
7.
7. So you will go one step down the peril tracker to imperiled. As a loud ringing takes over your head and just deafens you. As you sit there. Gnimwirt, what are you doing?
I'll run over to Adarag and try to shake him out of it. Like, hey, come to. Like I'm like slapping his face, kind of.
What the hell is wrong with you two? As
Oh.
Adarag, the ringing fades away.
All right. Ow.
Did it tell you anything?
I think
It looked like it's mad at him.
It started talking to me, and then I think it shouted on that last one.
Should I give it a go?
I think I know who I can ask about this.
So I don't get to talk to the sword?
You could try.
Well, what's your idea?
My idea is to go and talk to Sirius. He seems to know about listening, and maybe I'm not good enough at listening yet.
Alright, well, you go grab him.
He's back at the antiquarian. Well, he's right here at the antiquarian. So.
Yeah, you go grab him. I'm going to try to talk to the sword.
Okay. I'm going to
Alexios, you can too if you want. I mean, it might be friendly.
Yeah, I don't think that I want to talk to a sword.
Fair enough. Well, and Gnimwirt hops back in his battle suit because it gives him some, confidence of security.
Uh-huh.
And then I kneel down in the battle suit, get up close to it. Do you know where Grunkle is?
You two must be the worst investigators in the world. And we're gonna pan to the inside the antiquarian. As you step back in, you get a similar vibe. As Gnimwirt, you're not here.
Get out of here.
You step inside. Valerice once again pops her head up. Hello again. You rarely come here multiple times in one day.
Hi, this is a strange opportunity.
Needing more information. Did you figure out what that recipe was for?
No, still working that one out. But Sirius was in here last time. Did he go back to the lodge?
Great question.
All right, Bjorn.
Yes, boy.
Bjorn,
Where's the Scholar Bean?
Oh, Scholar Bean's outside trying to talk to a sword.
What?
It's
Your people talk to your swords.
This is a new occurrence for me too. I'm learning as we go. But that being said, I could use some more learning on the subject, and I was wondering if Sirius was around, and he was in here earlier. The human being that
Many human beings in this town. Don't know a serious one. Maybe Torvekek. He is serious. Often.
Torvekek is a serious one.
Very angry little man.
I've heard that. I wonder if that's like a dwarf thing or... But anyways, no, he was the one that was standing over here at the shelf perusing the books earlier.
Yes, there was a human being here. He looked at many books. Or papers, or maybe the shelves.
Right. Did you happen to catch any idea of where he might have gone to?
I have not caught anything recently.
Are you much of a hunter?
No. Bjorn is...
A forager?
Valerie's will be like, alchemist. Bjorn is an alchemist.
You just hear from outside, a healer! No.
That, my people say, druid.
Ah. Well, if he's not here, and you don't know where he is, Did he make any expultations of sorts, like a aha or something like that?
I don't know what you're saying.
Well, did the man in here earlier
Valerie's will raise her hand and be like, I know where he went.
Well, you do, Valerie's.
Of course I do.
And you're not willing to give that for me for free, are you?
He told me, or you told me. One of you told me. Cannot for the life of me remember who.
Well, if it was knowledge that I gave you, then it should be fair trade for me to request to see the information that I deposited back, like a safety deposit box of sorts.
I suppose I could agree to that. What is it you would like to know?
Well, I'd like to know where that gentleman went.
Which gentleman?
Specifically, Sirius.
You see a questioning look come over her face. Who's Sirius?
Oh. the gentleman who was peering at the books earlier at the bookshelf, right over there. He points to the location where Sirius was previously.
I'm not sure we've had anyone here in a while. Am I forgetting something? You seem to know more than me. Or you're mistaken. Are you mistaken, my friend? It does happen. Maybe another day.
It could be a little bit of both. I have been known to have my fits of madness.
It's true. He has madness. Yes.
Thank you, Bjorn.
You should see Little Bush come run at me. Roar! Very funny, Little Bush.
Ah, good times. Man, feels so long ago since we met. Well,
as I'm like listening to the sword intently, I just hear from inside. It's like, oh, was that you?
All right, well.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I think that might have answered a lot more questions. I appreciate it.
I'm happy to have helped.
Well, good day to y'all.
To you as well.
Bye, friend.
Goodbye, Bjorn.
Turn
Goodbye,
back.
Smelly.
You see he turns back to look at a blank wall.
Oh, no.
You leave the antiquarian? Let's check in on Gnimwirt. As you sit there listening to this sword, you hear a tink from the sword. And then another tink.
Is that you, Grunkle? Are you in there?
Tink.
I'm gonna like rub my finger on it.
Tink.
Are you trying to tell me something?
Tink, tink.
Okay. So 1 tink means yes, 2 tinks means no. Do you know where Grunkle is?
Think.
Can you help me find Grunkle?
Think.
Well, call that a day's work now.
Adarag, as you step out of the antiquarian, you see Gnimwirt with his ear to the sword, Alexios leaning against the tree throwing rocks at the sword. Gnimwirt's like, as you step out of the antiquarian, the little bell dings. Welcome back. Was
Adarag,
it,
I think I was getting somewhere. The sword said it knows where Grunkle is.
The sword didn't say anything like that.
It told me 1 tink. Isn't that what you were hearing?
No. As he closes the door, he just
Alexios is straight up just laughing, just balled over. No, I told him 1 tink. Adarag, it told him.
No.
Well, I don't understand.
Adarag is completely going into like a shit sort of moment.
Are you all right, Adarag?
I think I might have some demons in my mind.
I swear, every time you two get together, this is about how it goes. We really got to stop being surprised by this.
I'm pretty sure the demons are in the sword, right? Isn't it like some ancient being or something?
I thought Mateo was the demon.
I think my mentor might be in my mind.
Okay. Have I seen the mentor? Do I remember seeing him?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, does my character
Cyrus had coffee this morning and
okay,
just smoking a little pipe.
You mean Cyrus? He was at the antiquarian?
Okay, you saw him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about him?
They have no recollection.
They don't remember he was there?
No. And
a lot of people come and go, I suppose.
Well, I think something might be wrong, because Bjorn just turned and faced a blank wall.
Bjorn's kind of special, isn't he?
Not that special.
Hey, I like Bjorn.
I do too.
Bjorn's always been nice to me. Protected me from the blast you two caused.
Unintentionally.
To be honest, I don't remember.
The one adventure I got to go on. It hurt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, that one.
Yep.
There's been a lot that's happened in the last few months.
It's true. So I hear.
So you didn't learn anything from this sword, and they don't remember anything from like 30 minutes ago.
So the
and
sword...
we haven't learned anything.
So the sword wanted to know where it was, and I told it that it was here in Arwin's Rest.
Yeah.
And then it shouted at me.
How many tinks was that?
I hate to break it to you, Gnimwirt, but there were no tinks. This was a voice.
What? No, there was tinks. He heard him.
I swear it was tinking at me.
Alexios, you really need to stop. He's very gullible, but very, very smart, but very gullible.
I'm like,
this is going in my book.
Yeah. My journal will hear about this.
You mean this journal?
So we've got a thinking sword. We've got forgettable shopkeeps. This doesn't really seem like quite an adventure yet, but I see the progress. There's wheels in motion. Where are we off to now, gents?
To the mountain.
Back to the mountain.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, be a long journey for you.
Yeah, take a long time. Well, Should I just pack up the sword again? I'm assuming we don't want to leave this here.
Would be a weird spot to leave a sword that we just paid for.
I pull it out and hold it up.
Oh God, Adarag.
I'm going to start lashing it, but I'm going to be like trying to like keep my ear away from it for now.
Fair enough. You've done this before. You're able to re-secure the sword to Gnimwirt's robo back. I don't like calling it robotic, but it's more of like a armored suit, we should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Adarag is going to before we get moving, he wants to just listen. Not to the sword. Just step away from things for a second and try to listen to just... Actually, matter of fact, he's going to go to the nearest tree and listen.
Nearest tree. Okay. What's he doing now?
Sometimes I just, follow him and see what happens. A lot of times that's the most interesting things that can happen.
Right. Okay. You step over to the tree and listen. Would you like to roll an awareness check for me?
Yes, I would.
Routine. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
Well, it wouldn't matter.
Well.
Okay. You step over to the tree. You put your ear against it. Listening. Alexios looks to... yeah. You're more approaching.
What do you hear?
Minute goes by.
Stay quiet.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. A minute goes by. Alexios looks to Gnimwirt. How long does this usually take?
Usually it's pretty quick. I don't know. Maybe it's an off day.
You pull your ear away and you just feel all this sap has run down over your face.
What did the tree tell you?
Well, I don't think that worked.
No tink tinks.
No tink tinks.
All right.
Is this how you guys usually solve problems? You just listen to things.
I'm trying to...
Random objects. Do you want me to grab the journal, quick?
No, don't take my journal.
What's it saying? Gentlemen, I think we might need to do better than just put our ear against... Do you have sap all over your face?
Aye, it feels pretty good, actually. Very exfoliating.
To be fair, we're still very hungover. But, Alexios, what would your suggestion be? You want to add value to the team, right?
Well, maybe. I'm not sure yet, to be honest.
Well, join the club.
Well,
see, of our indecisive...
Of our clues, we have a sword, the Tink sword, of course. So what we know, one of them lost sons bet Grunkle for the sword, right? Another lost son turned the sword in to the antiquarian. Another lost son was seen starting a fire and then coming over here, right?
Seems like the lost sons are split on their priorities.
So, lost son gets the sword. Lost son brings the sword here. Other lost sons made up here. What'd they have when they got here?
Mateo.
They took Mateo?
No. They did have a project that we worked on.
Aye, one that you made a deal with.
They mentioned they wanted to capture someone and imprison them.
So,
what?
You don't remember this?
Was I there?
He was not there, to be fair.
Oh,
the lost sons told you they wanted to imprison someone.
Well,
somebody with great magical power.
Yeah, some sort of mage or something. And didn't they mention he was down south?
Maybe. They might have.
So maybe they were off to do that? Maybe they found that person. Maybe they think it's Grunkle. No, that can't be.
Grunkle's not magical, that's for sure.
No.
Well, we can stop by the graveyard to see if Mateo's there on our way down to the Lost Sons camp. I think that was our original plan, and I think now we have a couple more things to think about.
What about Wylfer? Could it have been him? I haven't seen him either.
I haven't seen Wylfer in forever.
I haven't seen him.
Nobody's mentioned that he's missing either.
To be fair, I don't think anyone knows his name.
Including me?
In my experience, he always was giving up people random names. He went by William for a time, and Jeremy at a point. Very strange.
Very strange.
Well, should we go to the Lost Sons camp? Does that seem like the next step, and see if Mateo's in the graveyard on the way?
I think that's probably a good idea. One more thing before we go. I just want to check something. And Adarag would like to go and just like pop his head back inside to see if Bjorn is still just facing the wall.
You go in and you see Bjorn has poured himself a cup of tea. And he turns and he's like,
"Oh, Adarag. Hello again.
You're trying to
Why
special
are you
tea,
back?
aren't you?
What?
Is that a special tea?
Yes. Special is good.
Special is very good.
It's good tea. Would you like some? I can pour Adarag tea.
I'll try some.
You step inside. Alexios goes, "What the hell?"
I don't know. This one's new.
This one's new. You step inside and he pours you a cup of tea and hands it to you. He goes, and he kind of hands it to you and then does the like waft, letting you soak up the aromas.
And I follow like what his motion is, like smell it. Yeah.
Enjoy herbal tea. Natural.
Natural herbs.
You take a sip of tea. It is absolutely delicious. It's warm still. It's soothing. It coats your throat. It's got like a honey to it. Yeah, it's actually warm. It makes you feel pretty good.
I'll sit there for a second, enjoying the tea. And at the end of it, I'll thank Bjorn.
Thank you.
Bjorn. That was
Foreign tea.
foreign. How'd you make that?
Trade.
Nimward's
Bjorn
gonna start.
traded.
Gnimwirt just starts walking towards the graveyard.
You hear outside.
Sounds like my friends are going, but I would love to hear more about this trade that you did.
Travelers. They have foreign tea. Herbs. They give Bjorn. Easy trade.
And where were these foreigners traveling with trade?
Beach.
Ah, okay. All right. Thank you for the information, Bjorn, and thank you so much for the tea.
Welcome, friend.
I'll see you next time. Bye, Valeries. Bye, Zendal.
What'd you call him? Zendaya?
I combined a couple of them there, yeah.
It's Zimbabwe New Avenue.
And with that, we're going to wrap up episode 4 of King's Crossing. Thanks so much for watching. What an episode. That's huge shout out to Tough Nuts and Adis here. They are continuing their investigation of what happened to Grunkle and Torvekek, and now Wylfer, who's also been discovered to be missing. Have they gotten closer? Have they figured out the clues? Are they on the right path? Or are they missing something right in front of them? Hopefully find out next time. We'll see them again in episode 6. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.